Radar. It's Mike Reid's nickname, known for his accuracy on the tour, but he acquired it in an unusual way.
I owe that to one of my teammates at BYU, Jimmy Blair, who came from Logan. And you can talk all you want about Utah accents and stuff, but all I know is when I came here and through the first couple years of college, I was Reeder. They just put an ER on the end of my name. The way it came out of Jimmy's voice, it sounded like Radar, and then it eventually evolved into that, and by the time Gary McCord heard it on the tour, then it stuck. So only my friends called me that, and all of a sudden people started calling me that I didn't know from the gallery. And I realized then that he had mentioned it on TV, and bam, it just caught on, and I was so glad for that because there were a lot of other nicknames that weren't too flattering, and I had a nickname at least I had to work hard to live up to, and it was a good one.
Yeah, and that's just come from my dad. I was Little Reeder out at the golf course when I was younger, and then as I began to grow and get taller, the name stuck, and then other guys on the college team just, the name got passed on, and so Radar as well, and I'm pretty lucky to have that.
Mike passed down a good nickname, but its influence came from the legendary Johnny Miller.
I always remember something my rookie year that Johnny Miller, a BYU alum, who was kind of like a big brother to me throughout my career, told me, he said, just dedicate yourself each day to learning something a little bit more about the game, and he said the other key, he said there are two keys: learn a little each day, and each day try to grow in your patience.
It's not always hard work for these two.
And then he freezes it right on the club face. You know, he'll get it spinning like this, and then he just stops it, and the thing just stops dead. But don't you can do this thing around your leg, though, can't you?
Yeah, Tiger came out with a commercial. You know, everybody tries to do this.
Wow.
Spending too much time on the tricks and not enough on the range is where that skill comes from, Dan said. Dan also picked up a lot of skills over the summer while caddying for his dad.
But I think the greatest joy for me caddying is when I did start. I was 14 or 15, and at that point my intuition and things as far as giving advice and help wasn't that helpful, but I think some of the greatest joys has been as I've advanced in the game to be able to talk more openly about different things and try and make better choices on the golf course.
In Connecticut on Dan's mission, he had the opportunity to play with his dad and his mission president.
He still retained a lot of his skills. I think it was pretty much what you could imagine, having played very little over the few months, and then by the time we played together, he was more concerned with the people that were going through us and the people we encountered when we went to the golf shop, looking at them as prospective, taking lessons, maybe joining a church, and this, he was looking into the souls of these people and not on a scorecard. And so it was really it was something quite different than what I was used to seeing in him, but it was part of that growth and part of becoming a whole person that I think a mission definitely helps teach a fellow.
Even Dan knows how important the mission was. His mission president had some fun with his golf skills as well.
Yeah, it just takes on a different perspective when you're on a mission and you don't care as much about improving, but you care more about your time.
His mission president went to a consignment store and bought a green jacket. It was around the time of the Masters, and he got the missionaries in his district together, and knowing that Daniel had the experience he had, he tried to handicap him. He gave him a set of ladies' rental clubs and these awful brand golf balls, put him on the very back tees, and the other elders were on the very front tees, and the competition was on. They were playing for the green jacket, and so a week later we get a picture in the mail, and here's Daniel wearing the green jacket, because in spite of the handicaps, he still carried the day.
Golf is a gentleman's game. Mike and Dan have a special relationship where golf not only improves them as professionals, but also as a family.
I think by nature I'm a pretty emotional fellow, and so it seems like as the years have gone along now, I'm mellowing a bit, and I see, especially as a father raising children, you see what a benefit golf can be. And not unlike my life, I see what a teacher it can be. And so as I've sort of passed this interest and love along to my children, I can see golf in a lot more dimensions than I think I did. I closed it off for a while, but I love everything about the game. I even try to love it when it's not necessarily loving me back. And it's difficult to go through those trials and those difficult times and those flat periods, but I think you know at the other end of it you're going to be better for it somehow, and so you keep pushing forward and you keep, as I said before, trying to stay curious. But I love, I think, everything about golf, and I think most of the time I can't wait to get out there again to see what I can do that day.